Hail everyone, this is Southern Heathen. I am back with another video. So I'm going to be talking about how I approach Loki, and a misconception, at least for me, that I like to clear up. It might not be the same for everyone, but for me it is what it is. So when I decided last month that I was going to be following the god Loki, it had a lot to do with several things. One, what kind of energy do I bring into a space as a heathen, and how has my life been like, and what kind of person am I, and everything. So one of the biggest misconceptions about Loki is that he is the equivalent of the heathen Satan. I like to say, if you are totally disregarding anything Christian, you can disregard that. He is not the equivalent of Satan. He is what he is. He is a god that shakes things up. He is a god that brings chaotic energy. And if you kind of want to kind of look at like Seth, for instance, or Seth, he is the god of chaos, but he is a necessity because you cannot have imbalance in the universe. So in the case of Loki, despite what he did with Baldur, which was wrong on so many levels, it was something that was destined to happen. It was something that Frigg knew was going to happen, and she tried to circumvent fate, which is never a good thing. And when Loki did what he did, he, in essence, ensured that death was fated to happen. That on the day that Baldur was scheduled to die, he died when he was supposed to. And in the end, of course, Baldur comes back after Ragnarok, along with Thor's sons and several other deities. So it's not like, oh, there was a new heaven, new earth. It was just new gods appeared. So it was still a polytheistic society. So they use what he did to Baldur to justify saying that he's not a god that we associate with, even though he is an absolute necessity. And it's more of the ignoring things and all that. And also, a lot of heathens will say, well, there's no record of him being worshipped, and everything. And I'm going to say, don't rely so heavily on the poetic Eddas and prose Eddas, because a lot of the stuff that they probably did was not written down, and so it was lost, and we will never get that back. So I find it very hard to believe that Loki would not have been venerated or honored at all. So that's just me. I don't take things as gospel. I find it very hard to believe that Loki did not have some followers in the Norse world. So, how I approach Loki is, first of all, I keep his offerings. I keep his offerings fresh, and what I mean by that is, I don't offer the same thing more than 3 or 4 times because he can easily get tired of it. So what I essentially do is I will give him an offering equivalent of 3 times. So like last week I gave him a Chinese fireball. It's a candy that you that you put in your mouth, and it's really, really hot. And I gave it to him again. And next week I will give it to him again. And then after that, I will dispose of those offerings. I am not a fan of Chinese fireballs. And I will go and I will give him something else that's spicy, or I will give him some of my meal. This is to let him know that he is part of the family. He's part of my daily life, things like that. But I also do give offerings to the house spirits, and I'm really starting to get into giving offerings to the land rights. When I go down to Virginia in June, I am going to be taking a small glass with me, and what I will be doing as soon as I can, I will be offering an offering to the land rights of where I'm at, and everything. Let me see what else. I give them incense. I don't give... now, one of the things people need to understand is we don't know if the temples to the gods where incense was burned. We don't know. Since I'm doing a modern interpretation of my heathen practice, I do give offerings of incense, especially dragon's blood, because if you look at where it comes from, it looks like it's bleeding. But yeah, so I give that. I have a big bottle of it over there. I am not going to be burning. I'm not going to be burning that incense when I go down there. I'm going to actually take my incense matches with me, and that's what I'm going to be burning. But yeah. So as far as for me is concerned, my own thing I like to say about the common misconception is that Lokians just venerate and honor Loki, hence their name. Me as Lokian, I do not venerate and honor Loki primarily. I do venerate and honor whatever deity that that is on that day. I do still honor and venerate the goddess Air, because we're still in the middle of a pandemic and people are still dying from COVID, dying from Black Death, dying from all this stuff. And so I have I honor her as well. But yeah, so I just wanted to get it out there for people that may want to know, as a Lokian, do you venerate, honor, and worship Loki exclusively? No, but he is a deity that I do give offerings weekly, and I pray to him, but I do also venerate and honor the other deities as well, because that is what the Norse also did. They venerated and honored multiple deities. So yeah, so I will see you guys around, and I hope that this has helped someone out there. I really do hope. So until next time, may the gods bless you. Bye.